Hello everyone! Finally, the long-awaited 39th episode of Skibidi Toilet Multiverse by Dom Studio Team was released today, and I can assure you that it turned out to be extremely cool. And in this video, I will find all the secrets and Easter eggs that Dom Studio hid for us in there. And then I will tell you what I think about what happened in this episode, and what awaits us in the next part of this episode. What happened to Titan Drillman? Who is this new Skibidi monster number 01? And what kinds of abilities does he actually have? If you want to know the answers to all of these questions, then get your tea and snacks ready and prepare to watch this video to the end, because it will be very interesting. And now let's go. So it all starts with a fight between the mutant Skibidi and the trio of Titans of the Alliance. And in my previous video regarding the leaks for this episode, I have assumed that Toilet 02 would be able to fight quite well with Titan Drillman and Titan Speakerman, and for a while he actually managed to do so. But the quantitative advantage of the Titans still made itself pretty clear, and thanks to their successful teamwork, they started to defeat the mutant Skibidi without any visible problems. Okay, so to begin with, he gets a savory blow to his Skibidi head with a fist appearing right out of the ground. And while having decided to take revenge on Drillman for this, Skibidi rips off his circular saws from his shoulders and attacks him. And as I have said earlier, the Titan's drills seem to be non-capable of harming those saws, and if it weren't for Titan Speakerman, then everything could turn out to be drastically different. So the Red Bro distracted Skibidi's attention with his smart shots, which is why the drills of Titan Drillman entered directly into the mutant's body, depriving him of two of his arms right at once. And just after that, Titan Speakerman decided to arrange for the helpless Skibidi the last rock concert in his life with the help of his flying speakers. So after the concert, Titan Drillman ends the life of a mutant, which looks like a repeating scene to me from the 2014 film called Godzilla, and the reception of Titan Cameraman from the 12th episode. But this frame also shows that Drillman did not cook the mutant well enough, and maybe he has not died yet. So we will have an opportunity to see him somewhere in the future. Okay, well, and immediately after defeating this Skibidi, Titan Speakerman begins petting Titan Drillman on his drill, and it looks as if he was just petting his favorite doggo, which naturally does not resemble the colossal Titan though. And say whatever you want about this scene, but I found it a bit hilarious, honestly. But the triumph of the Alliance did not last very long, and another Skibidi toilet grabs the Speakerman on his leg and imprints him straight into the ground. And oh my god, I can't even imagine how Bro managed to survive this, because after something that he had to turn into a pancake, I don't really know. And well, yeah, it's Skibidi 01, who is a huge mutant that is another reference to the Resident Evil series of games, and this time it's Nemesis from the third part of these game series. And just look at how huge it is. In my opinion, it is even bigger than Skibidi 02, which lies nearby. Even Titan Drillman couldn't do anything to him with the help of his chains, and the Skibidi mutant didn't even move while the Titan was pushing in attempts to pull this guy closer towards himself. And well, besides the fact that this is Nemesis, this mutant also reminded me quite strongly of Titan Cameraman, who flew away in the 37th episode towards the Skibidi base. He has the same blue core, as well as the energy shield with the usage of which he managed to defend himself from the Drillman's ray. But besides that, he also has additional improvements on his hands that are capable of shooting energy charges, which is a reference to Iron Man, who had exactly the same devices in his suit. And considering that this big guy has the number 01 on his toilet, I can also assume that he belongs to the squad of Skibidi warriors that we saw in previous episodes. But similarly to the Skibidi 02 case, his mutation was not the most successful from the point of view of aesthetics, if you know what I mean. And his mental abilities may have suffered as well, but thanks to this, his strength and size got to be simply incredible, which allows him to easily spin Titan Drillman around himself with his own chains and throw him into a far-standing mountain. And at the same time, Titan Speakerman could not do anything to him. He only received a shot from the Nemesis energy cannon, after which this mutant stretched out his other arm and a strange tentacle came out of it, which lowered the Titan to the ground. And it seems that a new Giga Chad appeared in this universe, which despite everything that just happened, walked calmly straight at Titan Speakerman, who in his turn tried to influence the mutant with everything that he had. And before I'll continue my analysis, I want to say that the video with your questions for Dom Studio, the participants of which you guys have become, is almost ready, and it will be released very soon. And therefore be sure to give this video a like, as well as subscribe to my channel so that you won't miss anything. Okay, so if you are subscribed now, let's continue. So the irreversible events begin to happen with Titan Drillman. And according to Chief Drillman, it can be understood that after such a blow, the Titan's body became extremely unstable and he can no longer restrain his true form, which is why the Chief has to evacuate himself from Titan, because if he would stay inside his body at the moment of such a radical transformation, then he would simply get destroyed. And I've already spoken about this in one of my videos. The Chief then utters the phrase, "now or never," after which he gets to his evacuation ship and flies away from the place of the Titan's transformation. And finally, the Drillman's body begins its transformation into the so-called true form, and during this event a red funnel appears around Titan, which reminds me of the transformation of a mythical hero from another online game, the title of which I was not paid to advertise yet though. But let's not talk about some sad things. So during the transformation, we can already see how this guy has huge wings. And as soon as the transformation was over, the Titan prepared an accelerator that appeared on his right hand, and thanks to this made a powerful blow right on the terrible face of the Nemesis Skibidi, from which the mutant flew for many hundreds of meters. And even breaking through this thick wall, he continued to roll on the ground. And this whole scene is another reference to a very popular anime called Attack on Titan, or to be more precise, to episode 25 of its first season. In the end, this monster rolls right at the feet of Titan TV Man, who clearly turned out to be in great perplexity from what has just happened before his eyes. And now let's get back to Titan Drillman and his new body. I think everyone has already realized that this guy has become a real freaking mecha dragon. And thanks to this, he has several new abilities, one of which we saw a few seconds ago, namely the enormous force of blows, including due to the jet boosters that appeared on his hands. I also want to draw your attention to one detail. The horn, which had previously been broken by the Titan, became whole again after the transformation. Another one of his abilities is likely the ability to fly, and I think that the wings that he has should allow him to do this. 3 drills have appeared on his tail, which will probably also make his tail a more deadly weapon than before. And it also seems to me that the true form of Titan Drillman can also be a reference to something, and if you know to what exactly, then be sure to write about it in the comments below, as I would be interested to know about it. And as for the next episode, considering that it was just the first part of the 39th episode, most likely in the second part, we will see the continuation of the battle between Titan Drillman and Skibidi Nemesis, whose jaw dropped a little after such a performance. And perhaps other Titans from the Alliance will also join this battle, as well as the Skibidi warriors who are nearby. Well, as for what happens inside the base, I think they will tell us about it only in the 40th episode. Be sure that you are subscribed to my channel, and it was me, ESO Chad. See ya!